Logging out is inevitable. Whether it's after a night of raiding, after years of loyalty to the same guild, or after realizing that the magic of Azeroth no longer calls you in the way it once did, no matter how deep the bond, no matter how epic the journey, every single player must eventually press exit game for the last time. And when that moment comes, it is rarely just a simple click. It's the silent weight of an ending. In Meditations, Marcus Aurelius reminds himself that loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight. To resist change is to resist life itself. World of Warcraft, in its own strange way, teaches us this. Expansions come and go. Classes will rise and fall. Guilds thrive and die. The friends that you stayed up with until dawn, the strangers who cheered you along after a hard-fought boss, most of them will vanish into memory like tears in the rain. The Buddha spoke of attachment as the root of suffering. We become attached to our characters, to our gear, to the rhythm of daily quests and raid nights. We invest hours, days, years, and then we ache when it's gone, when the people log off and don't return, when the places feel emptier than we last remembered. Humans tend to mistake the temporary for the eternal. We tell ourselves quietly that this will last, even as everything slips away. But it's not loss that we are mourning, it's the version of ourselves that we've left behind. The raider who was hungry for progress, the explorer who was wide-eyed in Elwyn Forest for the first time, the friend who always had a spot open in their group. WoW holds our memories not just of fantasy, but of who we were when we played it. Heidegger, the German philosopher, would have argued that an authentic life is one lived with an awareness of endings. A life where we don't turn away from death, but instead let it sharpen our appreciation for what it is. Logging out is a tiny rehearsal of this. When you realize your guild is no longer the same, or when you stare at the character select screen with no real desire to click enter world, you are confronting that small death. And that confrontation can sometimes be painful. But it also proves that you cared, that you lived something meaningful. Nietzsche once wrote, "What would life be if we had no courage to attempt anything?" Maybe the real victory isn't defeating that final boss or topping a damage meter. Maybe it's having had the courage to invest your time, your heart, and your laughter into something that was never meant to last forever, to know that it would end and to have done it anyway. In the end, I don't think logging out for the last time is a failure. It's the closing of a chapter. It's proof that you allowed yourself to be vulnerable to impermanence, to connection, to joy. It hurts because it mattered, and maybe that's the best that any of us can hope for. To leave the world, virtual or real, having made it just a little bit more alive than it was before we entered. And so, my friends, when the time comes to press exit game, don't curse the ending. Smile just a little for the time you had. And know that somewhere, someone else is just beginning their first steps into Azeroth, wide-eyed, hopeful, and unaware of how much they too will come to treasure the memories someday.